Okay, what if I told you that one of the most radical, detailed, and straight-up challenging visions of our universe comes not from modern physics, but from a 15th century epic poem? Well, that poem is the Anurag Saga, which translates to the Ocean of Love. And today, we're going to unpack its incredible vision of reality. And let me tell you, it might just change how you see everything. So, our story kicks off with this really enigmatic figure, a man named Kabir. Picture this, it's 15th century India. He's a simple weaver from a low-caste family. But this man presented a spiritual vision so powerful that it just transcended all the religious boundaries of his time. And at the very heart of his teaching was a shocking claim, that the universe we all experience, it isn't our true home. It's an elaborate, cosmic trap. Now, this entire epic is actually framed as a dialogue, a conversation between two people. On one side, you've got Kabir, the master, and on the other, his disciple, Dharam Das. This guy was a wealthy merchant who had spent a fortune on all sorts of religious rituals, just searching for the truth. But their conversation, it's not just a simple Q&A. This is the master finally revealing the universe's biggest secrets to a soul he's been hunting for ages. And the very first secret Kabir reveals it's just staggering. He tells Dharam Das that everything he believes about creation, even about God himself, is all built on this fundamental misunderstanding. He explains there isn't one creator, there are two, and they're locked in this cosmic struggle for the souls trapped right here in this reality. First, you've got the true God, who he calls Sat Purush. This is the ultimate, benevolent source of everything. His home is a place called Sat Lok, and is described not as a place with rules or judgment, but as an infinite ocean of pure love, light, and consciousness. This, Kabir says, is our original home.
But then there's the other creator, a being named Kal, which literally just means time. According to this text, Kal is this lesser power who, basically out of ego, created his own counterfeit universe. Yep, the one we're living in right now. He's the master of illusion, of decay, and of death. He is time, that very force that makes everything we know and love just fade away. He basically made a shadow of the real thing.
And right here, this is where the central conflict of our reality gets laid out. The creation of Sat Purush is all about love and grace. It's always offering a way out, a path to liberation. But Kal's creation, our universe, it's governed by a super strict, inescapable law of karma. It's like a closed-circuit system, totally designed for entrapment, a world of illusion where souls completely forget who they really are and where they came from. And the scale of this whole thing is just immense. The Anurag Sagar says that souls are forced to cycle through 8.4 million different forms of life. Think about that, from insects to plants to animals, and finally to humans, over and over and over again. The human body is so precious because it's the only exit point, the one and only form where a soul can finally wake up and get off the wheel.
So you might be thinking, if we're all stuck in this cosmic prison, is there any hope at all? Well, according to the poem, the Ocean of Love doesn't just abandon its own. Sat Purush actually launches a rescue mission, a series of what you could call invasions of love into Kal's realm of time, all to wake up the souls that are trapped here.
And this rescue mission, it isn't carried out by some army. It's done by a single emissary sent from Sat Purush. Across these huge spans of time, the great world ages, or yugas, he shows up in different forms. First as Sat Sukrit in the Age of Truth, then as Moninder in the Silver Age, then Karunamai in the Bronze Age, and it all culminates in his final, most open mission in our current Dark Age, the Kali Yuga, as the Weaver Mystic Kabir. It's the same soul, the same master, coming back again and again. And this is where the whole epic story comes crashing down from these huge cosmic ideas to something deeply, deeply personal. Because the Anurag Saga isn't just about theology. At its core, it's the story of one of those trapped souls, and the master's relentless, multi-life pursuit to save him.
This is where Kabir reveals something just unbelievable. He looks right at his disciple and says, Dharam Das, us meeting here? This is no accident. I have been searching for you for many, many lifetimes. And that's the moment this massive cosmic story becomes an intimate one.
The chase, he explains, started ages ago, way back in the Dwapar Yuga. Kabir, who was in his form as the master Karunamai at the time, had initiated this humble saint named Supach Sudarshan and actually took him all the way back to the true home, Sat Lok.
But that saint? He made one last request. He said, "Please, Master, find my parents. They didn't accept the path, but they never stood in my way. Please, liberate them." And the Master made a promise. He vowed that he would find those two souls and bring them home no matter what. It was a demonstration of the infinite patience and grace of that ocean of love.
And so, after lifetimes of searching, after countless cycles of birth and death, that promise is finally fulfilled. Those two souls are reborn as Dharam Das and his wife. Their meeting with Kabir isn't just some historical event. It's the fulfillment of a cosmic promise. It's the ultimate story of the shepherd finally finding his lost sheep.
Which, of course, leaves us with the most important question of all. How does a soul actually get out? I mean, if all the rituals, pilgrimages, and even the Holy Scriptures can be part of Cal's trap, then what is the way home? So first, Kabir explains what the path isn't. Cal, remember, is the master of illusion. So he's created countless counterfeit spiritual paths. These are religions based on outer ceremonies, or worship of Cal's lesser gods, or practices that only focus on the physical body. They're all designed to do one thing: keep the soul's attention pointing outward, trapped inside the creation. The true path, Kabir insists, is not another ism or some new set of beliefs. No, it's a practical, direct method for turning your attention inward and making a connection with the true reality that exists beyond your mind and your senses. The key to this whole inner journey is something called the Shabda, or the sound current. It's described as the primal vibration of Sat Purush, an audible life stream of sound and light that flows out from the highest heaven and resonates inside every single living being. It's a current that can literally pull the soul like a magnet right back to its source. But, of course, there's a catch. This inner current, which is also called Nam, or the Word, you can't just find it in a book or stumble upon it by accident. According to the text, you need a living master, a Satguru, someone who has traveled this inner path himself to connect the disciple's soul to it. The master is the one who opens the inner door. There's a quote from the text that just captures this paradox perfectly. The wordless is everything. That's talking about the infinite, formless God, Sat Purush. But how do you reach something that has no form? Well, it is shown by the Word made flesh, meaning the living master, who acts as the physical guide to take you back to that intangible reality. In the end, the Anurag Sagar leaves us with this really profound and challenging question. It suggests that maybe salvation isn't about adopting the right philosophy or worshiping the right God. Maybe it's about turning inward and learning to listen to a sound that can carry you home.